Here's how to make up to $200K on a cheap government seized property that is available now that you could go ahead and have a shot at buying and profiting on. So this video is going to reveal to you a property that's available now that you as a beginner investor could go ahead and have a crack at. I've bought hundreds of these properties, and many people who watch these channels make hundreds of thousands of dollars flipping these properties, and a lot of them don't even start off with a lot of money. So if you're watching this, you're at the point where probably you're frustrated with real estate prices, inflation, the 9 to 5 is not cutting it, and that's why you're coming to real estate, and you're at the right spot. Before I got into real estate, I was on an oil rig, miserable about life, and it's these types of properties that allowed me to go and travel and have fun, and now I share it with people here online as well. So couple ground rules and disclaimers before we get into this. We're going to be looking at government seized properties. So you ever watch those shows when maybe they're doing a drug bust and you're like, man, I wonder whatever happened to that property. Well, sometimes they're going to end up on the places that I'm going to show you here today, but that creates a huge opportunity for someone like yourself. Now, with the beauty of the internet these days, you are no longer bound by a location. So if you live in LA or New York and we're looking at properties in a different state, you can do everything remotely from the comfort of your home. You can get it inspected. You can send a realtor. You can get a property inspection. You get the title work done. You can secure and do every step of the transaction safely. So if you're tuning in, I'm Dustin Hahn, and this channel is dedicated to helping the average person get started with real estate. We do that through tax liens, tax deeds, and government seized property. On this channel, I show you guys how to start with as little as $50, and you can flip that into bigger properties and build up into some of the properties like we're gonna see here today. So what I'm gonna do right now, first, if you like this stuff and you like real estate, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, ask me a question in the comments. I would love to hear from you, and that helps me get ideas for new videos to make. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find some government seized properties that are going to be coming up to auction. Okay, now one of the big ground rules here is the following. I like to get properties, and sometimes I don't like to pay more than opening bid. And the thing is, with these auction properties, you have to stick with the process, okay? So this property I'm going to show you today, it has an opening bid. However, there's a chance it goes beyond opening bid. And you'll see people in the comments saying that, these things always get bid up beyond opening bid. But the thing is, as long as you're consistent, it's not a matter of if you get these deals sometimes for just above opening bid, just a matter of when. Everybody who takes action gets these properties and is able to change their lives, but you have to stick with it and you have to not be discouraged. So what if you go to 12 online auctions from the comfort of your home, and on the 12th one it hits and you can flip it and make $200,000-300,000? So jumping to my screen right now, we are on the treasury.gov/auction treasury. You can see the URL on the screen, or just search government seized properties, and what you can do is follow along and you'll end up on this page right here. And these are a list of properties that have been seized by the government, whether it's for the IRS or maybe they did some bad things with the old, the lawman or woman came for them, and then they end up on these sites, okay? Now, the thing is, what I like about these government seized properties is a lot of the times you can inspect them. Now, I just did a live stream on one of these mansions that possibly, or has the possibility to make up to maybe $1 million on. Now, what you need to be fully aware of is sometimes these properties will sell for market value. However, sometimes they will go for opening bid because not a lot of people will go and bid on them. So you need to develop a little bit of a thick skin that, okay, you attend an auction, it gets bid up, boo-hoo, it's not the end of the world. What you do is you do it again. Think of how much time you've put into Netflix and sports teams and all this sort of stuff. I guarantee you that same amount of time in real estate could have made you a millionaire by now. Okay, so anyways, check it out. I've been kind of looking through this site and looking at some of these properties. And what I want to look at here today as we scroll down is, check this out. We have this duplex here. It's going to sale August 22nd. So you could be going and bidding on this thing. Before you bid on it, make sure, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up on this video. And a really quick side note here is we're going to be doing a webinar to show you how to use the power of AI to do this, coming up on Thursday. So there's a link below in the description to register for that. I'll show you how to start with $50 and do a 4-step plan to take that 50 and turn it into $1 million game plan within real estate. All right, that link is in the description. Back to this thing. So let's look at this property here right now. So we have a duplex. So we're on the site. We want to browse around. Now, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to come here and we're going to click on the property details for this property and see what's going on, okay? So first off, we can see there's a $25,000 deposit required on the property. The starting bid is $130,000. $100,000. Now, if you're watching this, you might be thinking, okay, well, it was good. You had me till this point, but I don't have $130,000. Well, that is where we need to get a little bit creative, because the thing is, within real estate, you can get funding on properties because, remember, even if it's a hard money lender, what they're looking for is the margin on these properties. So when it comes down to the deposit, you just need to put a deposit on these things, and then you'll have up to 45 days to pay for some of these properties. So like when I was getting started, I went to one of my first auctions like 20 years ago. I bought a house. My winning bid was $6,000. It was worth 35. They only required 10% down. So I put $600 down. I went, brought in an investor for the rest, and then just kept on rolling. So if you're watching this, you could put down that deposit with a credit card, or you could team up with an investor, things like that. You have to start asking the how questions, right? If you just saw the opening bid 25 grand, minimum bid, or deposit 25,000, minimum bid is 130, don't be discouraged, because when you look at this property here, what we want to do next is come over to Zillow, copy and paste the address, and just see what's going on with this property, okay? So we're going to click here. We can see here it's on Zillow valued $514,000. So when I said you could make up to 200 grand on this thing, maybe you could even make more. However, one of the things I like to do is I'm interested in the quick bucks, not the last bucks. So what I would do is if I got this thing for minimum bid or even 150,000, I'd probably sell it pretty quickly. Or what I would do is if it's worth 514, maybe I refinance it for 400. Okay, so I pull $400,000 out, and then the nice thing with that is it's tax free. You can go on and put that into more property, or you can flip it, take the cash, whichever way you want to, skin the animal of your choice. That is an old throwback. We're not here to actually do harm to animals. So check this out. So we're going to look at this property. It's on Zillow for 514. We want to scroll down, kind of see what's going on with the ranges. And Zillow is really just the first step, okay? We can see properties sold, some comparables, 540 a couple months ago, not too bad. See what's going on here. And then if you want to take it a step further, you can use a site like PropStream. And we also want to check the Google Street View on this property to see what's going on. So, this is pretty cool. We can see this is a picture of the property in 2022, but we're looking around. It looks like a decent area. Not too bad. We can see some vacant lots that they're building here. So things are looking good, right? As far as this property to continue our path on, okay? So now the next thing we need to be doing is the same way you study your sports teams or you watch your Netflix shows or anything like that, you need to study these properties, okay? So we're gonna come down here and you want to get the auction details in the two-step registration. So we're gonna come here, we can see the deposit needs to be submitted. The important thing we wanna do though is we wanna scroll down and we want to go and just see what's going on with this property as far as some of the pictures. This thing is looking pretty good. Check it out. It's on the water. It's a really nice property. I would definitely live there or vacation there. I like what I'm seeing. Things look pretty good. So we're going to scroll down a little bit more. Now, the important part here is we want to look at the auction flyer for this property. All right, so check this out. Boom. Open that in your tab. We're going to come over to the auction flyer. We want to see what's going on with this property. It's going to have more details, the starting bid. Let's see, the tax value, $5,000 a year. And remember, when you do your title report, you want to make sure that the title you're going to get is going to be free and clear from this auction, and that all liens and encumbrances are erased. So that's why it is important to research the terms of the online sale. So what you'll do is you'll zoom in and you want to get familiar with this stuff, right? Like I mentioned, just a fraction of the time you put into your to your job or your career or any other hobby can make you a lot of money with this. So if you're still watching, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Like I mentioned, we're doing a webinar this Thursday to show you how to take 4 steps to get into this business with as little as $50 by using the power of AI. There's a link below in the description. You can go to taxlienai1.com and register for that now. It's going to be totally awesome. It is a totally new way of getting into real estate investing. I think you will really enjoy it. So we're coming back here to the auction flyer, and you want to start reading all of these details and see what's going on. So we can see closing will be held 45 days to the date the government signs the contract with the buyer. Closing may be held sooner. So you want to get the details, all right? So as far as placing bids, you want to read through this stuff. You want to understand it, okay? It's going to be an auction that you're going to be able to attend and have a shot at getting this property. Now, what I would recommend is if you want to go take a shot at this, start researching. You want to find a realtor in the area. You want to send somebody to go look at the property. You want to get it inspected, right? If we're going to put money into this property, we want to get it inspected and make sure that the foundation's good, the roof is good, all that sort of stuff. You want to have your exit plan before you get into this property. So this thing is looking good. $25,000 deposit via cashier's check made to this group here, which is good. You want to read through this. You want to get familiar with it. From there, you go buy it, and then your exit plan can allow you to flip and make some money on this property. Now, coming back to it, the key thing to take away is with these properties, it's as long as you stick with it, it's not a matter of if you're going to get these deals that can make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's just a matter of when. You just have to stick with it. So I know there's going to be people in the comments who are going to be like, oh, it got bid up. These always get bid up. It's never as easy as it seemed. I'm not saying it's going to seem easy. Even if it takes you 6 to 12 months and you attend some auctions from home online, you don't even have to travel. So what if you get one every 6 months or one every 12 months and you make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000? These types of things can help you replace your income, and then boom, once you're out of your job, that's when you can really start doing these deals, okay? So it's time for you to take action, to do your own research now, to start to pull the thread on this. Check out some of my other videos where I walk you through more of the title on it. And once again, there's a link below in the description to learn how to use AI to do this business, to speed things up faster than you probably could have ever imagined. Totally free, happening this Thursday. It is below in the description below. Once again, thumbs up, subscribe if you like it. I appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.